This is KGW News at noon.
It's my intention that federal government will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge, and I expect the Congress to support my effort.
And our response teams are doing everything in our power to rescue and recover the victims of this collapse, literally as we speak.
Developing right now, a search and rescue mission is underway in Baltimore, Maryland, after a massive cargo ship crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge early this morning, leading to a near total collapse. Thank you for joining us. I'm China Green. Right now, divers and emergency personnel are combing the area for people believed to have fallen from the Baltimore Bridge into the water below. President Biden also said in a statement this morning, federal funding will go towards rebuilding the bridge. NBC's Ryan Nobles brings us the details from Baltimore.
The search and rescue efforts continue here at the site of the bridge collapse in Baltimore, Maryland. The Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed after a container ship, a 1,000-foot container ship, collided with the base of the bridge, collapsing the bridge in just a matter of seconds. And since that moment at 1:30 in the morning, rescue crews have been frantically searching for a group of construction workers that fell into the water as the bridge collapsed. At this point, rescue workers believe that they are searching for 6 people. They did rescue 2 people from the icy waters. One of them sent to the hospital. The other is okay. At this point, the investigators believe that this was a terrible accident, that something went wrong with the container ship, and they say that the crew on board the ship actually signaled back to the shore that they were having a problem, and that allowed them to stop vehicular traffic over the bridge. And they believe at this point that there are no cars or vehicles of any kind that actually fell into the water, and that meaning that there aren't survivors trapped in cars underneath the river water. Now, this was an extensive search and rescue effort. It brought in aircraft, helicopters, airplanes, boats, dive teams, and also sonar equipment to search for survivors under the water. And officials are insistent that they are focused completely on that effort before they even begin the talk of rebuilding, which will be an extensive process and something very important to this region. This bridge saw more than 35,000 vehicles cross over it on any given day. It is a main traffic artery in the Baltimore region. It is one this community is now without as they begin the process of mourning the victims and also the slow recovery and rebuilding process.
That was NBC's Ryan Nobles reporting from Baltimore. We'll have more information on that coming up on KGW News at 4. Back here in our area, the Salem-Keizer School District and the union representing its teachers announced very early this morning that they have both reached a tentative contract agreement. This comes after almost a year of negotiations and a vote to authorize a strike last week. The agreement includes an over 9% wage increase over the next 2 years and more prep time. Teachers and the district still need to ratify the contract before it goes into effect. The date for that vote has not been set yet. New at noon, crews of Vancouver are investigating a collision between a bus and a 9-year-old kid riding a bike. Now, I just read this. It just came in. I do want to warn you, some of these details can be kind of graphic. The incident happened around 7 this morning on Southeast 10th and Ellsworth. Fire departments say when they arrived on scene, the boy was entangled in his bike under the rear axle of the bus. Crews were able to get the child out from under the bus by lifting the bus with proper tools. They transported him to the hospital for minor injuries. We have reached out to Vancouver Fire for more information on this. Stay with KGW for updates. And this morning, Portland fire crews responded to a fire that broke out at an Asian market and Vietnamese restaurant in Northeast Portland. This started around 2 o'clock this morning. About 8 homes along the eastern edge of the building were evacuated. No one was hurt. Crews were able to get the fire under control within a few hours. How it started is still under investigation. And 2 people are in the hospital this morning after another fire at a Washington County apartment building. This one happened in the West Slope area off Southwest 90th Avenue, not far from Canyon Road. 4 to 5 units were damaged by the flames, which officials say sparked between 1:30 and 2 yesterday. No word yet on the cause. All right, we're going to take a look at some weather. We had some rain in and out yesterday and today. Beautiful weekend ahead, but we need to slow our roll on that.
So my forecast promises fewer showers today. It might come down to having to count what we had yesterday and hopefully beating that number or not matching it by a few. My point is still quite a few scattered showers out there. If you look offshore, there's a thinning of the cloud cover. Back here is the wetter system that's still on track to come in around midnight tonight and be bringing steady rain for us tomorrow morning. Here's active radar. Again, numerous showers in the Cascades and still quite a few showers currently between Portland up into Longview. It's been as warm as, now 58 in Lincoln City. It was 57, it was 54, now 58, so that's bouncing all over. By the way, it's Oregon spring break, a reminder. Look at all the people out there enjoying the beach. We've had showers up in the Kelso-Longview area. This image shows kind of partly sunny skies from Three Rivers Golf Course up that direction. And we have a patch of blue on the edge of the screen over downtown right now. Our temperature is at 53. Assuming we get some decent sun breaks throughout the afternoon, we could climb another 6 degrees and get up to 59. The bigger story, of course, is all that rain coming in tonight and tomorrow morning, and we'll use Futurecast to show you that coming up in just a bit.
Rod, thank you. Today, we're hearing from a family member of a 4-year-old boy killed in a drunk driving crash last week. That 4-year-old's mother is now in jail, charged with manslaughter in her son's death. Police say Kingston's mother, Angelina Minor, was driving drunk Wednesday night when she crashed into oncoming traffic in North Portland and crashed into another car. Her blood alcohol level was more than 4 times the legal limit. Last night, relatives and community members came together to remember Kingston, and his aunt has a message that she hopes will prevent future tragedies.
Think before you take a drink. Think about what happened to Kingston. Think about that. Just have that in the front of your mind.
A GoFundMe has been created to help Kingston's family with funeral costs. They've raised almost $5,000. Now to an update out of Clark County, where a Kamis-Washougal battalion chief accused of killing his wife and lying to detectives has been charged with murder. The medical examiner determined that his wife died of asphyxia and blunt trauma to the neck. Kevin West made his first court appearance yesterday. The prosecutor says West planned to end things with his wife Marcy or move out of their home by January 8th, the day Marcy died. West was arrested last Wednesday after detectives say they found contradictory information on both his and his wife's cell phones. The sheriff's office also says several people were concerned about the couple's relationship and told investigators.
It's definitely something unique that you don't see every day, for sure. I think the investigators do a pretty good job of trying to detach kind of some of those relationships and what that is, and be able to try to kind of look at what the root of the issue is, or the cause.
West's bail is set at $1.5 million. He's scheduled to be back in court in 2 weeks.